Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny and Bert. Dividend Diplomats, you got your coffee, you got your Monday morning dividend stock picks. It's been our latest series where Lanny and I each pick one stock that we're keeping our eye on, and there's a very good chance we may be buying in the upcoming week. You got yours too, Lanny. I got mine. The DD mugs. Check that swag store down there below, everybody.
Guys, smash that subscribe button. Give Bert and I a nice thumbs up. Again, we're coming out here right now with our 5 videos a week. The Dividend Diplomat Quick Pick Stock Pick. You betcha. Let's get our name to some ticker symbols here on the stocks that we are looking at right now. The stock that maybe not is the most undervalued stock right now, but it's the stock that both Bert and I each are looking at either buying, or we have a price point in mind of when the triggers will be pulled on the buy button. So
That's
Bert,
right.
you have a stock, I have a stock, both dividend growth stocks on the high dividend growth rate side. Stock market kind of teetered a lot this last week, really showed some great value on some stocks. But
Yeah.
Bert, I'm really liking the stock pick you have here.
That's right. So let's just jump right in. We use our screener, everybody. You know the screener, the three metrics. We don't need to repeat them here. That's how we're going to do. We're going to talk through them. My pick, American Tower, ticker symbol AMT. I have been scooping up this REIT for my wife. I was fortunate to grab a share or two when it was in like the 150 range, when it has at that really low price. Now it's come back up and settled into that 170, 180 range. Right now, AMT is trading at 183.79, which is below our average cost basis, which was around 190. We have over 2,000 to we're somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000 in the stock. I hit my goal of what I wanted to get to. I said I wanted to get to 10 shares for in the year, but I'm ready to keep on adding. Why am I adding, Lanny? Because
Why?
when you look at their last earnings release, it was great news, positive vibes for American Tower. They beat on the top line. They had earnings growth. That's the bottom line. They had revenue growth on the top line, earnings growth on the bottom line. And then they even threw in that cherry on top. They increased their FFO guidance for AMT for the year. They increased that range, which is huge for the sector, especially when you had AT&T and Verizon kind of dragging the stock down because you weren't sure what the investment was going to be like for American Tower. So positive vibes, great news all around. That's why AMT is back up for my pick of the week and a likely add at least one share.
Solid, love it. Love the combo with the yield and the growth rate. Now, Bert, I know the growth rate with AMT, I think this last year was not as strong, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is they're a quarterly dividend increaser. And that's what I keep forgetting.
Ooh.
So every quarter they give it a nice little like 3 to 4% growth. So yes, I believe the last quarter was a little over 3%. So when you stack them, not quite at their 5-year dividend growth rate of 16%, but it's on track to be that double-digit dividend growth year for 2023. Yeah, so just rifling through the metrics, PE is just under 18, payout ratio 62% for a REIT, which is very low
Wow,
if you
whoa,
consider
bring on
FFO.
the growth. Bring on the growth, right?
Yeah, when you take that, the FFO payout for FFOs are usually much higher for REITs because of the high dividend yield. They've increased that dividend for 10 years. I already said they have a strong growth rate. The one thing with AMT, they're not the highest yielding REIT. They're 3.53%, but when you take that yield plus factor, that's where AMT shines. So that's it. AMT is my pick. Tell us about yours, Chico.
All right, guys, this is going to be a little bit of a, unique pick here for the week, but, I really love the metrics. I really love the valuation. I like the balance sheet, and I use the platform, guys. We're talking eBay. Ticker symbol right up Bert's alley. eBay, boom, matches the name. Again, we got to get back to that. Maybe how do we craft a portfolio called Bert's Naming ETF or
Yeah.
something like that? Well, we'll charge 0.01% expense ratio. No, but all jokes aside, guys, eBay. Not many people here, own them in their portfolios. I actually use their platform heavily over the last, 10 plus years. Revenue was up 5% based on their last earnings release on Tuesday to $2.5 billion. The very interesting part, too, is GAAP EPS. So GAAP, like not the
Mm-hmm.
non-GAAP, was actually $2.46, but the non-GAAP was about $1.03.
Ooh.
And I believe what they showed there was really they took a nice swing on the gain on the equity investments. You report that through the income statement. So they had some nice swings back in their direction over the quarter. So they actually showed what it was without it, which is still very strong at $1.03 EPS non-GAAP. So that actually is a great sign to me.
Yeah,
Um,
beautiful.
so yeah, it's still very strong. $345 million made in revenue on first party advertising. That's up 39%. They authenticated its 1 millionth card on the platform. So bravo, bravo. I think they launched that over the last year or two. And
Well, that's a big deal because that's the avenue they wanted to go because there really isn't a good third party reseller for cards. So eBay's building out a niche and there's a huge fandom of people that trade their Pokemon cards, NFL cards, NBA cards, all the great MLB too. Rookie
yeah,
cards, Conor McGregor cards, they're everywhere.
and I think they're also authenticating, obviously the shoes. I think they're getting into the jewelry
Yeah,
space as well. So, they started off with one niche and now they're kind of opening up the umbrella to even more product lines, guys.
love
So
it.
eBay, they're down 5.5% this year, down 14% since last year. I own a little bit of them on the SoFi platform. And I'm looking to buy more at a certain price. They're trading at $39.85. So we'll quickly go through the metrics here, Bert, if that's cool with you. Um,
Absolutely.
we'll, we'll hit them hard. $4.17 analyst expectations for next year. So that's under a 10 price to earnings ratio at 9.56. They currently pay 25 cents per share per quarter or a dollar per share per year in dividends, right? So again, I said that they had $1.03 in earnings for the quarter, 25-cent dividend for that quarter. So that's you already know it's under a 25% payout ratio. So their payout ratio based on the expectations is also below that at 23.98% or 24%. Similar to AMT at just about 16%, eBay also brings a 16% dividend growth rate over the last 5 years. They've, well, technically 3 years because they've only been paying a dividend for 3+ years. So ever since they've been paying it, they've been increasing it. Dividend yield is 2.51%. So the combination of the yield plus the growth rate obviously is very solid. That is eBay stock, and that is one stock I'm looking at
Love it.
under hopefully $39 a share is kind of what I'm liking.
Love it. All right, everyone. So let us know what you think of our stock picks. And let us know if you like this series. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Let us know what stocks you're watching. And remember, if you're not with us, you're against us. Jack.
That was Bert, the Hurt Man, and Lanny from the DD. Over and out.